Now let's have a look at our other news report team who are covering Miss Bastido's grade 6-7 class outdoor learning program at Tunkwa Lake.
Today we're here at Tunkwa Lake with Miss Bastido's grade 6-7 class from DSCS as they get to have this amazing experience to learn on the land.
Since September 2025, students have visited 3 local lakes to collect water samples, study wildlife, and learn directly from the environment around them.
So the Learning on the Land program is a multidisciplinary study. We do science and socials. We have been doing math, English, and it looks like we've been doing some careers and education as well as ADST. And the kids are learning about water and about resiliency and learning about what the land can show them, and they also get to do a lot of fishing.
According to Ms. Bastido, learning outside the classroom has had impressive results. Her students have explored the surrounding land and water of 3 different environmental areas during 4 different seasons, where they have made real-life learning connections and gained hands-on experience.
They've definitely grown together as a group. This group just needed this kind of ability to just run around and play. There's been so much discussion, like rich discussion with the kids. Most of what we've been doing, so they have arguments about how a fire is going to start, and so we had a fire contest. They argued about what's the best way to roast a marshmallow, so they had to write papers about how to roast a marshmallow.
Do you think you'll do this again next year? And if so, what would you do differently?
Yeah, for sure. I'm going to do it next year. Some of the things I might do differently is have the food organized at the beginning of the year so we know exactly what we're cooking. I don't know if any of the kids have talked to you about burning chicken yet, but you might want to ask them about that part. And so we definitely learn things like hot dogs are the best thing to do. Some other things I'd probably change is kind of the dating of things. This one we did, our last lake visits were in April, and I think this was too close. So I think I would make it a little bit earlier so there's a little bit more of a break, like a slowdown for it. I'd probably move a couple of their activities and change them with something else. And hopefully get more people helping us and coming and visiting with us so we have more elders and more learners or more people that have the expertise.
Ms. Antoine, an Indigenous support worker for DSCS, explains the success behind the kids' learning, connecting with the land through Indigenous teachings and overall education.
Well, we have elders come and they teach us the history of what's on the land, the plants, the living nature, and how to respect it. And sometimes we find artifacts and just learning from an elder the history of what's on the land.
What do you think the kids have gotten out of this experience?
Respect of the land, respect of nature, respect of all the living things. If they see garbage, they've picked it up.
After a full day at the lake, these boys from both Fireflies and Foxes group shared their personal success with outside learning and how learning has been both fun and informative.
I like getting out of the classroom and getting to get outside.
I think respecting the land is important so we can pass it down from generation to generation.
A few girls from the Coyotes and Fireflies shared their interesting experiences with outside learning and the connections they have been making.
I liked the water rising and getting lower was interesting to me and it surprised me.
Okay.
Coolest thing I've learned was seeing like the peninsula at Barnes Lake getting like flooded.
Lily, a member of the Fireflies group, gave us her opinion about how outside learning works better for her.
Because in the class we don't have much room and everything's so loud, but outside everything feels so quiet. Probably because it's just better.
Each lake is located in a unique territory. Because of this, people in those areas have access to different resources.
But each territory that we've gone to, it's different and has different plants, has different medicines, and different habitats. So it's been awesome to learn from each one.
The kids had a memorable opportunity to help rescue a goose tangled in fishing line.
Today they seen a goose that was tangled in fishing line, and they helped rescue it. So it's just given them a whole new new appreciation and respect for what is out here in nature and others respecting space that others use.
A couple of students in Fireflies and Foxes group learned about the area's plants, animals, and habitats through hands-on activities such as building shelters, birdwatching, and identifying species found around the lake.
We built like a shelter in the willows. It was kind of fun.
We do bird and wildlife watch sheet, and we have to find like animals or birds or anything like that.
At the lake, the Ramsey News team interviewed 2 TRU representatives, Dwayne Geiger and Michael Hart. They say that Miss Bastito's outdoor learning project aligns with the Natural Resources program as well as the Wildfire program at TRU.
How does Miss Bastito's learning on the land align with the TRU's program, and what can come out of this alignment?
Very deep question, but if you look at TRU, we have 15,000 students and 140 different programs. So if you look at environmentally, absolutely, it ties in and dovetails with like our Natural Resources program at TRU. We also have a new wildfire programs coming in. So if you look around the landscape behind us, all of that definitely aligns. And then honestly, the biggest takeaway today is just it aligns with having young people just starting to see from a micro and macro kind of viewpoint.
I think that it's a huge benefit for everybody, including the environment, to see more and more young folks getting into these types of scenarios at school where they get to go and spend some time in nature. I look forward to seeing kind of what the future can bring for our environment. As Dwayne was mentioning, with all of the preservations, I think it's also kind of becoming a bigger thing, having remediation projects be a thing.
After exploring how outside learning connects with TRU, Dwayne and Michael discussed the education behind water protection and how it can help younger generations to create a better future for our planet.
What is your guys' plan to get kids interested in the water treatment?
Well, some of our plans are starting today here with this group out at Tunkwa Lake. We are also, like I mentioned, working with other funders and partners around the province. We wish to have maybe more awareness introduced of water and our water sources as well as our environmental protections at a younger age. We're trying right now to work with a bunch of organizations to promote more of these types of programs so that we can see more of them be kind of brought up into the elementary school system. One hard part with the side of water and treatment is that it is a grade 12 requirement, so it's often thought of at a later point in education. So if we can find ways to support or to come out to these types of events and work with the students and just keep them interacting with and or interested in the world of water, I think that would promote a good outcome for more students to take this career on. The big reality is too, I think that most people don't know enough about water or where it comes from, and nobody can really function job-wise or career-wise or living-wise without that. So the more young people we can get interested in this, the easier time we're all going to have with it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Miss Bastito is planning on running the same program again next year with her next class and hopes to bring in additional participants, including representatives from TRU and more elders.
How does the structure of outdoor learning provide kids with the better learning of the land?
So I think that when you don't have them on the land, it's going to be hard to learn, right? Like learning from the book knowledge and just saying, this is how you would check a water temperature, or this is how you would do something. They're not going to learn as much, but when they're actually in there working and doing the things, they're going to have more understanding of it. They have those connections and say, oh, wait a second, I remember that.
The success of this program wasn't just measured by science experiments or outdoor activities, but by the confidence students gained in realizing their words and ideas matter.
And I think that kind of success where the kids are seeing that their words matter and that they get to decide what we're learning and what we're doing I think that shows the success.
Yeah.